Welcome, everybody, to the Notorious OTB, brought to you by the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. And, folks, as always,
it's all good, baby. It was all a dream.
Did the video play?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it did a weird thing here. We used to read Blood Horse Magazine. I got my Cuban links on.
Yes, Cuban B.
And I'm your host, Chase Sessoms, the Wolf of Oaklawn.
I'd rather be trapped as than lazy. Don't care what they say, I'ma do what pays me.
It happens every year about this time. Weaklings act like they lost their mind. Alphas reclaim the neighborhood. Rob the sheep and all the wolves eat good. If you want.
Yes. Welcome to the show. Joining me, as always, you might know him as the Michelangelo of the Crying Michael Jordan. He's your favorite capper's favorite capper. Ladies and gentlemen, Barry the Sniper Spear.
Hey, what is this? What is this shit here? Hold up. Hey, who been putting out their coals on my floor? Who has been putting out their coals on my floor? Hey. Have you people ever heard of toasters?
Barry, I usually ask you what's good, but after yesterday, I'm going to ask you what's not good.
Clearly, somebody yesterday put out their cools on my floor and just ruined my whole podcast experience yesterday. But I think we got that solved. We found the culprits. We patched up the hole in the carpet, and we're here today.
Yeah, I was going to say, they didn't just, put their cool out on your rug. They, stamped
They
on it.
burned the house down.
Turned it. Yeah, man. It was unfortunate. It was unfortunate. But I do have to say big thank you to Kayla Shapiro for joining yesterday. Because I have to tell you the truth, me just talking, not that great. So while my security blanket over here,
I would have listened if that's any consolation. I would have.
Thank you.
Obliged.
Well, you're my friend, so you're required to. So
True.
Yeah.
True. I feel that.
Well, Barry, it's Friday, and this entire week has been building to this crescendo of an episode. That's right. These aren't just Friday best bets. These are Friday best bets that we put on our mamas.
Can I make my phone call? Do I have rights? Can I make my phone call?
Who you gonna call?
Huh?
Who you gonna call?
Yo, mama.
Barry and I, we've dug through the Turfway Park card for today, from the rooter to the tutor, to find our very best bets worthy of our mama's names. I'm gonna show you this sweet lady. That's right. I'm putting it on Big Nance today. Big Nance. All right, let's pull up some past performances. Sure. We're talking Turfway Park Friday today, the 5th of December, year of our Lord 2025. Post time for this card is going to be 5:55 p.m. Eastern, 4:55 p.m. God's time, and 12:55 p.m. Pacific time, out on the Pacific Coast. And Barry, because of how numbers work, it looks like I'm kicking it off today.
Oh.
And I'm doing it in race 4, 9 furlongs, a $16,000 claimer on the synthetic, like all of these races are. As I like to call it, the Pete and Pete. I've got a $20 win. Let me make words again. I got a $20 win on number 4. I lucked out. And then I'm playing a $5 exacta, 4 with 2, 6. So I predicted a speed favoring track on opening night, and that did not come to fruition.
Well,
however,
kind
when
of.
you look,
They weren't coming from way back. I mean, you had to be right up on the pace, at least at the top of the stretch, to win. But
making that middle move, maybe the middle move was more
yesterday.
dangerous.
They had that huge Leparoon horse that won wire to wire at a big price. That actually caused a carryover.
It's funny that you say that, because I have in my notes here. However, when you look at the results chart last night, you see a bunch of horses that won either on the lead or no further back than about 2.5 lengths off the early pace. I mean, if this bias holds, I got a real live one at 5-1 with I lucked out. And if you look at I lucked out's past performances, you see a whole lot of ones here. So we know what we're getting here. There's no doubt what the tactics are going to be. The thing that makes this look even more attractive is that no one really wants to go with I lucked out early. So I'm thinking this one is relatively unpressured on the lead. He's got a win on the synthetic at Turfway Park in his history. And if you look at all starts on synthetic, he's a 20% winner, 3 for 15 on synthetic tracks. And they've been working this one with consistent 5 furlong works. With the most recent one, a slow 5 furlong, 1 minute, 1 second workout that followed a sharp 4 furlong workout out coming in at 47 seconds, second on the day on the work tab. And so I think that I Lucked Out is not only fit, but also in a fantastic situation pace-wise. And the question is if he'll handle 9 furlongs. But given performances going longer, as well as the results going just shorter at 8.5 furlongs, that kind of answers that inquiry for me. And underneath in the exacta, I'm using 2 horses that I want to come from fairly far back and have that big Timeform US late pace number. The first one is going to be the number 2 here. Carl with an Arl, who has a couple wins over the synthetic track, even though some of those not really in the recent form. So using that one as well as the 6 right here, right now, which makes me think of that song, right here, right now, right here. That's the last time I sing to you people. I promise that. But these 2 look like they're going to be doing, some stretch running here. And I can easily see the first run horses that should be sitting behind I Lucked Out, just kind of fading, and horses like these 2 that are starting from further back getting in underneath for the exacta. So a 4 with 2-6 exacta that I also put on my mama with my $20 win on the number 4, I Lucked Out. Barry, before I move to your race, any thoughts on race 4?
Yeah, no, I think you got something here with that horse. I don't know really what the odds are going to be. I mean, really, they only have 1 horse to get in front of. And I would say that would be the 8 horse, but that horse is coming off a layoff and might not even want to be on the lead. So I think your horse could definitely sneak away at a nice price. Maybe 5-1 is probably right on the money is what you're going to get for a price.
I could see it coming down just a little bit after
Maybe
the
a
results
little,
yesterday.
maybe, but
Yeah.
I mean, there's other horses coming from like bigger tracks, so they're going to attract more attention. Like the 8 will probably catch some money. The 5 will probably take a little bit more action than the 8-1. And then Carl with the Gnarl, I think, would probably float up a little bit. So, it just depends. Even the 6 might get bet down, which would kind of lift everybody else's price up. So we'll see.
Yeah, well, I've proven one thing with our most recent Friday show is that no odds are too small when I put it on my mama's name.
That's right.
Because that was that horse last time, 2-3, 1-2, something like that.
1-8.
Oof. Oof. Real quick before we hit Barry's best bet on the card, I got to remind you, we've got a $250 sign-up bonus deal with our friends at First Bet. That's the number 1, and then stbet.com. So make sure you get signed up. Use promo code NOTB250. Unlock a $25 bonus for every $100 you bet over your first 60 days, up to a max bonus of $250. So make sure you check that out. Go to First Bet, sign up. Remember, if you have 180W, you're not doing this right. All right, Barry, we move on to your best bet. 6.5 furlongs, $25,000, claiming race 6. What were you thinking here?
Yeah, this is a nice big field here of 12 with 2 AEs. But it's the first leg of the pick 5 carryover tonight. So I thought this race was kind of interesting. I ended up going to number 10, BB Duro or Bebe Duro. This horse has a little bit of experience on the synthetic. Is 1 for 2 on the synthetic, 1 for 2 at Turfway, 2 for 3 at the distance. If you look at this past performances of the horse recently, was running at a higher level at open $32,000 claimers at Churchill, which is very, very tough level in general, and should be automatically considered in this spot because of the fact that those races over at Churchill are way tougher than what you're getting here at Turfway. Then they went into a $40,000 claimer after running pretty good in that 32,000. Went over a sloppy track, which it looks like this horse that didn't want any part of, and they kind of faded. Was out slow, kind of did the whole thing. A horse that doesn't like the slop will do. Breaks slow, gets bumped around, and kind of just Pepe Le Pews around the track. Now they got claimed in that
Did you
race
just say
by
Pepe Le Pews? Is that a common thing that I've just never heard before?
I say it from time to time. It's just when
Okay.
the horse kind of, see, you ever seen Pepe Le Pew run, right? Like he
Yeah.
doesn't run, he kind of skips like a llama, like
Yeah,
jumps.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that. They don't
yeah.
really do anything. They just do that
Yeah.
and the race is over. He didn't
Okay,
do anything.
I'm adding that to my vocabulary. The Pepe Le Pew horse. I love it. Go
Maybe
ahead.
we can get a clip of it and throw it up when I say it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But if you go back and look in this horse's past performances, his two synthetic efforts were really good. I mean, the one at a mile last year, 50,000 non-winners of 2 was decent. Then comes back in a 30,000 non-winners of 2 and wins that race at 6.5 furlongs, which coincidentally is the distance of this race. So it seems like Diodoro kind of is seeing things slightly the way I am, is, get this horse back on synthetic, drop in class a little bit. They should be right on the money. I like those 2 workouts in November. November 12th, there's a bullet at the Churchill Downs Training Center there at trackside, and another on the 20th, which isn't as fast, but a nice maintenance work pointing towards this race. As far as the pace scenario goes, there's enough speed in here, especially with the 2 outside horses. The 9 Pensacola has some speed, and the 12 will have to go from that spot. So the 10 can easily attach himself to either one of those horses, whoever gets out first. And I think they'll sit a great trip. So we're going with $20 to win on number 10, BB Duro to the hoop, my friend.
Love Duncan, guy. What are you talking about?
We love
Love it.
So what I like about this is you are using one of my favorite angles, which is the Robertino Diodoro stop and pop, wherever he gets picks up the horse, drops it in class immediately, and gets the win. And just kind of the horse gets like claimed, so he gets the little bit of the purse money and the claim money just in one fell swoop. So I really like it. I'm kind of shocked seeing that it's 10-1, given that situation with the first off the claim for Diodoro, which I mean,
Well,
he's
the past performances are a little bit muddied up. He hasn't won in a while, since June. So and his numbers on the dirt are really inconsistent. So it kind of muddies things up a little. So I understand the 10-1 morning line, but I still think this horse might get bet down a little, maybe 6-1-ish.
That's
But
fair.
I'll take that.
That's fair. Yeah, I will take 6-1 all day, especially when we put it on.
As long as he's not
Mama's
favored.
Things.
Right.
Yeah. I'll still take it favored, even if it's for Big Nance. I already showed you I'm doing it for this lady. I'll take whatever odds I get for this lady.
Ignorance.
All right, Barry, how do you feel about wrapping up picks?
I feel that we must.
Is mandatory. Here we go.
There
I'll
it
lead
is.
it off here. Friday, Turfway Park, my best bet. Race 4, I'm putting a $20 win on the number 4, I Lucked Out, and playing a $5 exacta with I Lucked Out over the number 2, Carl with an Arl, and the number 6 right here, right now. Barry?
See, now I got that song in my head.
Right here, right now, right here.
Yeah, we're going to race 6 at Turfway. $20 to win on number 10, BB Duro to the hoop. Maybe we can collect and start that pick 5 carryover with this horse. Single.
What's that? That's a huge carryover too, isn't it? It's pretty big.
I'm sure it's going to get up there. Friday night, they just opened. People were kind of clamoring for some action over at Turfway, so I think it'll get up there. It's definitely going to be worth playing.
It looks like Turfway right now, the pick 5 carryover is 163,847. So that's pretty healthy. Pretty healthy for a night track.
Not bad. And then tonight, so yeah, I think it'll be up there. So we'll get some action.
There were some fuck off huge payouts last night at Turfway for sure.
Old school Turfway.
Old school Turfway. All right. Well, that's it. We've wrapped up our week with our most consequential show. That's right. We put it on our mamas. Hopefully, we put some winners and some money in your pockets. Barry, you have any parting words for the people now that we're done?
Yeah. Don't hate, just marinate.
Okay. I feel like that's a good thing for like if you're grilling, like making steaks, like don't hate, marinate.
There you
Yeah.
go.
There
You
we
could be
go.
that.
Okay. I once saw someone say that if you're marinating your meat in anything other than a Ziploc bag, that you think too highly of yourself.
Ooh, that's actually you're probably accurate now that I'm thinking
Uh,
about it. Hey,
by the
Sean,
way, our boy
the Pope,
SPN,
the Cardinal Pope.
the Pope of horse racing Twitter, dropping in. Junior Mafia popping off saying great job. We appreciate that. We do it for you guys. We do it for the people. It's a labor of love. We will see you next Monday. Well, or just Monday, I guess. I don't need to see
The
we will
next
see you
Monday.
Monday. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see you Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern or 8 a.m. God's time. We'll be talking pick threes for somewhere to be determined where. So check us out then. Until then, we love you. Have a good weekend. Let me find a good clip to ride out on that I haven't used in a while. Here we go.
13,000 cigarettes.